This is the Mitsubishi KH20 pencil sharpener. I have one for me, and then I have 3 more of the same pencil sharpener, which I'm going to give away to all of you, lucky, beautiful viewers. At first glance, I like all the Japanese writing here. The diagrams on the side kind of give an indication of what it looks like. It's bigger than I expected, but it looks pretty nice. Some kind of little orange button there. Look at that. Don't know what I'm doing, really. Okay, here's the drawer for collecting shavings. This is, I guess, how you crank it. Okay, it seems like this front section, it's almost too advanced for me. Just some details here. Oh, look at this. This little lever controls the aperture that grips the pencil. Look at that. Little grippers in there. The weird thing is, it didn't come with any documentation at all. It did, I think the problem is I can't read the instructions because they're in Japanese, so I'm just going to have to figure it out. So I'm going to stick a Mitsubishi Art Erase colored pencil in there for a test. It doesn't really go in until you press this button. You can push it in there. I'm just going to release. And then I guess I'm going to crank it. Okay. Not really sure what I'm doing wrong, if anything. And why does this part come out? Oh, wait, maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, it grips it and pulls it back. Now let me see. Oh, wow. Okay, I figured it out, I think. That's a pretty nice sharpen right there. It's not a really sharp point, but it's a nice angle of cut for sketching. And sometimes you don't want it needle sharp anyways for drawing. Now I'm going to press the button and try it again with a different pencil. See if it creates a different kind of cut with the button out. Pull it out, press it in, insert pencil, I think, and try again, right? Let me take a moment to tell you about our wonderful sponsor, Squarespace, who has services designed to help you create and host your own website. And for example, if you want to start your own online store to offer services or sell products, you can do both of those, and you can create your own very professional and even branded invoices to send out to people. Or if you send a product out to a customer, it automatically sends an email confirmation to them with the tracking number and everything. I use this on my own website, and it very much streamlines everything. Plus, they have these integrated SEO tools so that your website will pop up when people look things up that are related to your business or website. So just go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/PeterDraws for 10% off your first website or domain. Get your own website up and running. You can get something cool and productive going quick. Okay, what I'm going to consider a bad thing happened there. It's probably user error. My inability to read the Japanese instructions on the back of the box. When I had the orange button pressed in on the back, it automatically stopped sharpening the pencil after a certain point. But this time, I haven't pulled it out yet. But remember how far out this was? It seems like it sharpened like a whole inch off the pencil. Now I did get a very sharp point on there this time. You can compare these 2 points. This red one is much sharper, but It's also much shorter, almost exactly an inch shorter, which is bad. I mean, you don't want to be randomly losing, your art supplies. I mean, a lot of people are afraid to use their colored pencils because they're expensive and they don't want to use them up. Sometimes people don't draw because they don't want their pencils to get used up. It is a nice sharpening though. I will say the shavings look very nice. I like those. Very nice. All right, you can twist this part on the back and pull the whole mechanism out. There's a little twisty part here, and this is what the inside looks like. It has one sharp grinding wheel here. I can feel it with my thumb. It is very sharp. You can see how it turns like this. So I would say it's 50-50 that the one that I over sharpened and lost an inch of, I could have done it wrong, and I think I will continue using this. Maybe not a good travel pencil sharpener, but I think it's a nice one to have on your desk. This self-retracting mechanism is just cool. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, that's nice. See, when you have a longer edge like this, it's good for being able to like sketch on the side like this and stuff like that. It's a little confusing at first without directions, but we figured it out, I think. I think we did. Okay, before I talk about the actual sharpener some more, let me get to the important part, the giveaway. If, maybe not everyone wants one of these pencil sharpeners after watching that part, but if you want to be put into the drawing to win one of these sharpeners, simply leave a YouTube comment with the code word sharpener. The code word sharpener. If you don't know how to spell it, it'll be in the word is in the video title, okay? Sharpener. And you can just leave a comment simply with that word, or you can put it somewhere in your comment with other words. Then in a month, I'm going to come back and make another video. It'll probably be about something else, but in that video, in the title, it's going to say giveaway winners. Or it might say sharpener giveaway winners or something like that, because I don't know if I'll do another giveaway between now and then. But come back to that video in a month to see if you've won. It used to be so much easier to do giveaways on YouTube because there used to be a feature where you could message people. There used to be a YouTube inbox. They took that away. They love taking away features on YouTube for some reason. There used to be a dislike counter. There used to be all sorts of classic and legacy features. They slowly discontinued in favor of a slower, laggier site. And I don't know. I'm going to stop complaining about it. But anyways, leave your comment. Come back in a month to see if you've won. I'll pick 3 of you at random, and good luck. Okay. Now let me talk about this sharpener. Look, I did use this sharpener for this whole drawing, and it worked. It worked good, and I think I like it. It takes me back to the days of going up to the front of the classroom in 4th and 5th grade, because the teacher couldn't say, no, you can't sharpen your pencil. So it's a good excuse to stretch your legs and do something tactile, like sharpening a pencil. And I would go up there. There was a sharpener bolted to the wall with a hand crank, kind of like this, except it was made out of all metal. And instead of one of these, I don't know what kind of rotary blade you call this that spins around with the spiral shaped blades. Instead of one of those, it was two, maybe 3. I think 2 of those, because I remember taking it apart and emptying the pencil shavings out of there, because I would do almost everything I could to the pencil sharpener as an excuse to stay up out of my seat longer. But it takes me back to those days, the cranking, the same kind of cutting blade in there. But it's also like, I'm not 100% sure if it's that much better than my little hand pencil sharpeners where I could just kind of twist it against like what is essentially an X-Acto blade, like a little razor blade. I'm not completely sold. Plus, I am a little frustrated by the method that it takes to get the needle sharp point. If that's needed, you kind of gotta keep taking it in and out to see if you've gotten it to that point. And if you go past it, then you're wasting pencil. With all my other pencil sharpener types, you can kind of see it as it sharpens. You have a little bit more control, right? The problem here, as with a lot of art supplies, it's a very niche product. I think it will be very useful to a few people, but it's probably like a million years ago when actually everything we needed for art, everything we truly needed for art was invented, right? That probably happened thousands and thousands of years ago. And since then, people have just been reinventing the wheel, kind of honing things, making things slightly more and more specialized, right? Like there's pens that do things a slightly different way. For a while I was in that little groove, that trend where I was using rotring isographs, which are like drafting pens. It's like, this is such a specialized little type of pen. Not everyone's going to like it. There's all these weird little things where we've just been kind of endlessly branching off, making weirder, more specialized niche art supplies. But really, you just need something that makes a mark on the paper, right? Same thing is going on with these pencil sharpeners, I feel like. It works, but I would have a hard time recommending this to everybody it's not that expensive. This is $18. So it's not like bonkers expensive, but like the pencil sharpener I usually use, like that little Coom red pencil sharpener with 2 holes where I do like little pre-sharpen and the little fine sharpen, that's $8. So for $10 more, you get this weird desktop thing, which pulls the pencil into it. I don't know. It's just, I have mixed feelings, okay? That's the truth. I have mixed feelings about this pencil sharpener. And if that's making you second guess whether you want to put the word sharpener in your comment, I understand. It's still a cool thing to have. I think you should put the word sharpener in your comment. Hopefully you do win and get one of these because it's fun to use, even if you just want to put a cheap pencil in there and just grind it up inch by inch. But the truth is, I don't think, even if this pencil sharpener does become your favorite and you love how it works and the tips, the points you get from it, right? I don't think that this pencil sharpener will change your life, much less your art. It's not going to change everything because I believe you can make just as good art if you got really good at sharpening your pencil with a sharp pocket knife. And that's all it takes, really. Buying fancier and what I would call weird art supplies like this can help, all right? For me, sometimes it helps me get more excited, right? Sometimes I get a little dreary about art, but if I have some fun new art supply to try out, then I'm like, yeah, okay, I will draw. I think that's a good reason to buy art supplies if you can afford it, right? And it can improve your art. Using the better supplies can make a difference, but I think, if you spend twice as much, like if you buy some pencils and then you buy some pencils that cost twice as much, it's not a one-to-one increase. Your art isn't going to get twice as good. You know what I mean? There are diminishing returns there. Excuse me. I think it's especially true when it comes to something like this, a pencil sharpener. It's cool. I like it. Okay. It's sleek. It's minimalistic. It's a Mitsubishi. I just said that word really weird. And it has this cool mechanism I can't get over where it pulls the pencil into itself, like some weird robot that's eating a pencil. But I don't know. Do you all understand? I hope so. It's cool, but it's ridiculous at the same time. Okay. All right. All right, goodbye. Hey, don't go yet. I got to do a quick postscript to this video because right after I finished editing and making this whole video on this pencil sharpener, I was over at Jerry's Artorama and I saw this pencil sharpener. Look familiar, right? It's like the exact same thing. This is made by Creative Mark, which is Jerry's Artorama's brand. So I just want to pop it open and see how it's different or similar. This one was $20 at Jerry's Artorama. Comes with a tool of some kind. $2 extra, we already got a tool. Looks like they're pretty much the exact same size. The Jerry's Artorama one has some red highlights. Feels about the same. Has the same, oh, look at this. This one has 3 metal things here, where the Mitsubishi only has 2, and in different locations. So it's not a one-for-one recreation. Plus, look at this. This one has metal teeth in there instead of the rubber grippers in the other one. All right, I'm also seeing a few other features you get for the $2 extra, which is making me think this is maybe the superior pencil sharpener. In here, you can see there's a little yellow switch that you can move around. It goes between the numbers 12, 10, and 8. This is the pencil size selector. I can't really show you, but it makes an additional little size of grippers come in or out in there. So you can put bigger or smaller pencils in there. That's pretty cool. And then on the back, look, there's more options. This is where you can select what kind of tip you want. Plus this one has a metal handle. The grinder is all metal. In the Mitsubishi, a lot of this was plastic construction. Isn't that interesting? Well, before I sign off, let me just try sharpening a couple of pencils really quick. Then I'll let you go. I can't review this. I can't mention this pencil sharpener without at least trying to sharpen a pencil. I'm trying it on 5, the dullest setting, to see what happens. Okay, that's what happened. I'm going to bump it up to the middle setting, 3. Okay, you can see the tip difference there. Also, I'm noticing this pencil sharpener does not give the long taper that the Mitsubishi gives. So that's a major difference right there. If you want this, you got to go with the Mitsubishi. And finally, number 1, the sharp point. Okay, it looks like just like the Mitsubishi, when you put it on the sharp setting, it goes forever. You can just keep sharpening it endlessly. I think if I had kept going, it would have kept going. But you do get a nice sharp point. But you can also see the difference in tapers. Also, I figured out what this little tool is. You can put it in this little hole in the back and then clamp it to your desk if you want to. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I didn't really expect to find another almost identical pencil sharpener with a weird amount of different features. This one is more honed in on one type of point, I guess. 2 types. And this has a bunch of weird other features, some of which I think are better. So I'm like Lady in the Tramping these 2 pencil sharpeners, and I'll make them kiss in the middle.